Can AI make you thousands of dollars a week without you doing any work? No. Okay, but we are going to talk about why. So, in my last video, I was exploring a side hustle opportunity, and I was doing a little research following that video, and I kept getting ads and videos popping up for how to make money with AI, and these felt very similar to what I'd seen before. And I feel like this is a real watershed moment, because if you've ever looked into the idea of passive income, every article has kind of been about the same handful of things for the last decade or so. But with the advent of things like ChatGPT 4, now there really is this question, if this thing can do so much work, what are the opportunities for me to make money off of that? So what we're going to do today is look at a few videos that are giving you ideas for how you can make passive income using AI, and talk about how viable those ideas are. Now, I want to be clear. In my last video, I was really critiquing a specific company and service. I'm not doing that with the creators in these videos. I'm not going to be talking about anything they're trying to sell to you directly. I'm just going to be talking about the ideas they're putting out there, how viable those ideas actually are.
Here are 4 ways to make $800 a day using ChatGPT. The first method is to sell birthday cards with a poem on Etsy. Cards like these can make well over 100,000. Check out this store. They've made 21,000 sales at $5.
That's true. There are a lot of people who do very well on Etsy. I'm actually friends with people who run their own Etsy shop and make a considerable amount of money from it. But all of those people will tell you that getting your Etsy off the ground is really tricky. Opening up an Etsy shop is not like opening up a new storefront on Main Street, right? It's not like people walk by and go, ooh, what's that? Etsy is full of millions of shops that are all trying to sell things. So especially if you're making something that kind of looks like something that already exists, you're going to be competing with someone who already has established a place in the Etsy algorithm and that a lot of people already know about. And you're going to have to do a lot of work, a lot of marketing to get that Etsy page in front of people. Just because you make a product doesn't mean that someone is going to show up to buy it. You have to get people there first. And that requires a lot of work.
So access ChatGPT at this link. Tell it to write me a Scottish birthday poem. It's going to write it for you. Create a listing like this on Etsy.
Someone presumably is buying this birthday card to give to someone they care about. And poetry is this thing where it's like, you know, these deep human experiences or observations or ideas that are mixed with like this mastery of powerful, evocative language. And so it feels very, I don't know, dystopian to just write me a Scottish birthday poem that someone will give to their mom and pay me $5 for. And it does feel like in a place like Etsy that is so saturated with stuff. I mean, if you were just to search like habit tracker on Etsy, you'd find so many options, right? And the one you're going to pick is the one you think works best for you and the one that kind of fits your vibe, your personality, the one that you feel has the most character. And part of me thinks that at least right now, putting it into an AI to crank something out, it just isn't going to stand out compared to a lot of people who have put a lot of time and thought into what they've made. I could be wrong. Maybe that's just me being an old curmudgeonly boy.
Go to Upwork.com and search for proofreader jobs. There are many jobs with high budgets, and you can get ChatGPT to proofread it for you. Just give it a command and it will correct all the errors.
I can see that as a viable way to use ChatGPT. 2 things though. In no world would I put a passage into ChatGPT, have it proofread it, and then send it back, because I've used ChatGPT enough to know that it makes mistakes. There are just nuances to human language that it doesn't quite get. So then I'm going to go through and have to proofread what it wrote. There's nothing wrong with using ChatGPT or something like it to, go through, knock out the obvious mistakes, and then go in and, use my human creativity and my more specialized skills to put those touches on it. That's fine. I do think the problem though is eventually people are going to figure out that you can just have ChatGPT proofread something rather than hiring someone to do it. So I don't see these jobs lasting very long. And if they do last long, they probably want someone who's going to scrutinize it more than just running it through ChatGPT.
3 is YouTube. You can publish faceless videos like this and get paid. ChatGPT can write you a script for this video like this. Here we go. And then just use the free Canva account to create this video for you.
You guys have seen videos like this, right? Like everyone has done it. You're trying to find something on YouTube and you click a video and you go, oh, this is just a voiceover and a bunch of stock photos. And it's the most unimaginative writing I've ever heard in my life. I don't stick around for those videos. I mean, some of these channels do inexplicably make a lot of money, but the problem again is that if more and more of these pop up, what is going to differentiate your video from someone else's video? You're pretty much at the mercy of the algorithm at that point, because you're not adding any kind of special spice to bring people back to you. You're not going to get a lot of subscribers to that channel. You're not going to have a lot of repeat visitors, because what are they coming back for? Something they can find literally anywhere else. Like, again, Curmudgeon Boy is coming out, but this just seems so joyless to me. I like making these videos. It's hard work. It is work, but I enjoy doing it. I'm talking about things I care about. I'm trying to put my own spin on things, bring my personality to it. I take a lot of pride in what I make, and it brings me a lot of joy to see the video done, to see people like you interacting with it. And the idea of just like, here's a topic, here's a script, here's stock photos, boom, done. That feels so lifeless to me. And what's wild is it gets even weirder with AI stuff. Let's look at another creator who I saw talk about this.
Here's how to make money from YouTube using AI tools. Step 1, I want you to go to vidiq.com. You're gonna do a little research and let it tell you what are the best keywords and best topics for you to create your YouTube channel on.
Now, this is actually pretty good advice that a lot of creators who make content like this are putting out, is before you do anything, go find a niche, go find a specific topic that has a specific group of people who are going to be looking for that information or who care about that topic a lot, and make something about that, because people are going to have an easier time finding you if you're one of the only people talking about, how to care for naked mole rats versus like how to make money online. But the thing that I think this is missing is that a lot of these niches are for people who are passionate about this stuff. People who want to take care of naked mole rats. You probably do that because you care about naked mole rats. And part of what those people want is someone who also cares about the topic and has personal experience with it. So if you're just finding a niche and then plugging it into ChatGPT and having it put a bunch of generic stuff in there, I just don't think it's going to resonate as well as someone who genuinely really cares about naked mole rats. Not to mention, it's also more fun to talk about a niche that you enjoy and find a community of people who enjoy the same thing too.
Step 2, you're gonna go to ChatGPT and literally just give it a command that says, hey ChatGPT, can you give me 50 video ideas about this topic?
I'm not against writers using AI. I think AI is an incredibly powerful tool for writers to get over writer's block, come up with ideas, come up with new language, see things from different perspectives. I think that's all totally valid. But the idea that you're going to replace your own ingenuity and craft in writing with a bot, to me just feels like that's not going to last very long.
Step 3, go to speechify.com, take that script, upload it, it'll create an actual voice reading that script. It sounds real. Step 4, go to invideo.io, take that script and that voice, upload it there, it'll create an entire video using amazing stock footage. No one will even know.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, pick a topic that maybe you don't care about but has a high hit rate. Then go ask ChatGPT to come up with a bunch of ideas for it. Then ask ChatGPT to create the script for you. Then go find a
fake voice
to talk about it for you. Have the fake voice read the script.
Today, we have a fascinating topic that will leave you in awe of the wonders of the animal kingdom.
Put it into a machine that will slap stock footage on it. Yeah, that takes less time, but my goodness, that feels soul-sucking as heck, dude. Like, I know money is important and, you gotta do what you gotta do, but holy cow. Also, I just can't imagine that much of this content is enjoyable for the audience or for a client that you're trying to make it for.
Step 5, canva.com, free account, create yourself an amazing YouTube thumbnail.
That's hard. That, doing that well and making it look good, that requires some level of like graphic design knowledge. And that feels like it just kind of gets skipped over a lot of the time. That's another area where it's like, is this really that passive if I'm going to try and make a really compelling thumbnail? I don't know.
Upload to YouTube, do it once or twice even a day, consistently, you're going to start getting some money from YouTube.
That's the other thing about this, is that a lot of the time, the way you're making money is unclear. Like with Upwork and with Etsy, like you can see that like those things are built for making money. But with things like YouTube or Pinterest or other things that people recommend, it's not at all clear how you're going to start making money. And I think, especially if a lot of people start taking this advice, this market is going to get so saturated. We're going to have so many faceless videos made by AI with not a real voice or a voice clone or whatever. And people are going to get sick of it. They're not going to want to watch that stuff. They're going to go watch other people who feel like they have a human connection with. And like, yeah, you could get in on it now, maybe before it super saturates. But the fact that there's already like videos like this that are making lots of views on this means there's probably a lot of people trying this already, and I just can't imagine that a lot of them are doing well. The idea of passive income has been a thing for a while. Now, I understand what passive income should mean. It should mean a project that you put work into that then you're able to sell, and you can keep selling it over and over without having to put much additional work into it. This idea of passive income has gotten distorted from do a lot of work up front and then reap the rewards later to do virtually no work and then get a bunch of rewards for being smarter than everyone else, basically. I just don't think that's that realistic of a thing. Money is a store of value. People don't want to spend money on things they don't think are worth it. They want to spend money on things that they think are valuable. So in order for someone to pay you money, you need to be bringing something to the table that's valuable. And if you want to make a lot of money, that person has to see it as really valuable. And even in this brave new world of AI, I don't think that many people are really going to be able to just make money off of a robot doing a bunch of work for them. That just doesn't seem real, and it also doesn't seem very fulfilling. And you know what? I would really love to hear if you use AI in any way in your work or you've used it to make money. I'd be really curious to hear what you've done and what your experience with it has been. I don't think AI is going away anytime soon. I'm really curious to hear how people are using it. In the next few weeks, we should have another video of me making a budget with AI, only this time we're using ChatGPT 4. And word on the street is, it can do math. So stick around if you want to see that. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.